had to get a new background. I finally got the new background in, the Liverpool flag. We're back to winning ways. Liverpool back to winning ways. Talking a little bit about Fabinho, a little bit about Alisson being out, how that affected the game. Adrian did really well in goal. But how is it going to affect midweek against Atletico? Let's talk about it. Here we go. Welcome back to Nothing But Red Sunday Summary. Go ahead and like and subscribe for the new flag. I had to get a new flag, right? All right, guys, we got a lot to talk about. So we had the loss midweek against Chelsea. 5th round FA Cup. Not too big of a deal. I mean, you would like to see Liverpool win that game, but coming off the back of the Watford loss, we didn't really look like we had it. Jurgen Klopp on the loss midweek, it's a quote, he said, "The performance tonight was completely different than Watford." Jurgen Klopp thinks we played well against Chelsea, which I agree. We didn't necessarily play bad because we played horrific against Watford. Let's just be real. It was absolutely horrible. He goes on to say, against Watford, it was really bad. Tonight was not bad. Tonight it was really super intense game. We made 7 changes, and we knew it would be intense, and that's why we made the changes, because it was clear a lot of sprints, spaces in midfield. Again, English isn't his first language. How Chelsea plays, how we want to play, it was clear you need accelerations constantly. They offer that constantly, and that's why we had to make the changes, or we thought we have to make them. That performance tonight, I am not concerned about it. That's football. If you make decisive mistakes, then you lose football games. All right, not going to cry about it. We played the young guys, and you got to look, the young guys did really well in the previous rounds of the FA Cup. We've seen a lot of progression from the younger guys, especially Curtis Jones. I love Curtis Jones. I love his style of play. He's still incredibly young. I think he's only 18 or 19 years old. If you look at our future between him, Harry Wilson, and then Harvey Elliott coming up through the ranks. He just signed that 3-year deal. We look really good going forward. Now, getting into the Alisson injury, okay, the news came out that he hurt a hip muscle in training during the week, and as a result, Adrian had to step in. Watching the Bournemouth game, okay, I'll just go to the Bournemouth game. He had some really good saves against Bournemouth, right? He had the header from Ake right at him, hit it over the bar, and then, of course, he did get caught out in the second half, but we have James Milner. James Milner is the greatest player in the history of Liverpool Football Club. Someone get that man a hug or a trophy or something. He is incredible. That clearance off the line was just, you couldn't ask for anything else. But let's get into the game, all right? So Alisson was out. That's going to be a big hit to us during the week. In terms of the game against Bournemouth, we had to bounce back, right? Coming off the back of two very different games, to be fair. I mean, the Watford game was just bad, okay? We just didn't even look like Liverpool at that game. Of course, we had the young guys against Chelsea, but then coming into Bournemouth, I'll just start out. The first 5 minutes, we looked so energetic. We looked great coming out. We looked like we wanted to be there. Anfield was bumping, right? I've definitely heard it louder, but Anfield was bumping, okay? First 5 minutes, we were very energetic. Now, Bournemouth's goal. All right, I'm all for contact sports. I'm all for physical play. I'm all for letting the players play, all right? But that, especially with Gomez chasing down Callum Wilson, I think it was, you cannot shove someone off the ball like that, especially when their momentum is already going that way. If Gomez went down to the ground, I think he may have gotten the call, but since he didn't go down, I'm convinced that's why he didn't get it. But to Bournemouth's credit, they ended up passing it over to Billing. Billing did a nice little behind the back, the overlap, and then crossing into the box and a nice finish. Now, what is the point of VAR if they're not going to overrule that? I just can't. I'm not for VAR doing the offside stuff. It just kind of takes the magic out of the game, but that is exactly what VAR is supposed to be for. I think it was a foul. Goal was BS, but, going forward. We started to grow into the game a little bit, right? Alexander-Arnold with that nice chip from the outside of the foot into Firmino. Firmino put it on target, and then Ramsdale with a nice save. But that was a good little chip in. We were pressing very well. I mean, Sadio saw the heavy touch from one of the youngsters on Bournemouth, one of their defenders. He saw the heavy touch. He pressed. He got the ball. He broke away. He made a bad pass to Salah, but Salah with a beautiful finish for the first goal. Went to that near post, just out of the reach of Ramsdale. It was just a really good goal. The second goal was even better, I thought. Van Dijk with the pressure, nice little smooth through ball to Mane, and then Mane with a clinical finish. All right, that's what Mane's known for. That little curler into the far corner. All right, nice little FIFA finish. Milner's chance, so Milner had 2 points in this game that I want to talk about. Milner's chance where the ball was crossed into the box. Do y'all remember Lucas Leiva back in his, I think it was Klopp's first or second year, but Lucas Leiva tried to shoot from outside the box, and it was the big video of Klopp laughing at him. That's what I thought when Milner went to take the full volley and put it on goal after that cross into the box. He took it on the full, and it was just right at the keeper. It kind of reminded me of that. Milner, you got to give the guy credit. A lot of people saying he's man of the match. I'd have to agree, because that chip over Adrian was caught out. I think he did well. He cut down the angle, but the chip over Adrian and then Milner sprinting back, saved the goal. That was it. Right? That was it. That saved the game. Of course, Mane, later in the game, I think it was like the 70th or 75th minute, he had that screamer from outside the box that hit the upper 90 post, kind of crossbar, bounced away. You rarely see Mane take shots from outside the box. That was kind of a Coutinho-esque shot. Right? It looked really good. Overall, it was a great game. I really enjoyed the game. All right, getting into the stats of the game, possession, we obviously dominated possession. We've been doing that a lot this year as far as dominating possession. We had 74.5% possession to Bournemouth's 25.5. 6 shots on targets for us, 4 for them. 14 shots total, 6 for them, 910 touches, 417 for them, passes 733 to their 246, because obviously they were playing on the counterattack the whole game, so they weren't going to have that many passes. They weren't in possession that much. They had 10 tackles to our 7, that makes sense. 44 clearances for Bournemouth to our 18. 9 corners for us, 4 for them. 5 offsides for them, 1 for us. 1 yellow card for them, 0 for us. And then 10 fouls for us, 12 for Bournemouth. Another thing I wanted to get into was Fabinho. I know there was a lot of talk about Fabinho during the week, about him not looking that great ever since coming back from injury, and I'd have to agree to a certain extent recently. Recently, he's looked kind of rough, especially yesterday. He was the one who lost the ball, who gave up that chance that Milner had to save. He gave up that chance, but everyone is a little rusty. Right? Everyone's a little rusty coming back. Look at when Alisson came back from injury, guys. When Alisson came back from injury, he didn't have a clean sheet for, I think, he maybe had 1 clean sheet in the first 5 or 6 games, but then every game after that, he's stepped up to the plate. So you just got to give Fabinho time. He's never had an extensive injury before, to my knowledge. He's never had an extensive injury before. I think Fabinho is just incredible. It's going to take a lot more than a few bad games for me to, count him out, but I wanted to look at some of the statistics. I was analyzing his statistics compared to Rodrigo. He has played 5 less games than Rodrigo. Fabinho has 20 appearances. Rodrigo has 25. All right. Fabinho's cross accuracy is 50%. He has 58 accurate long balls, 2 through balls, 8 crosses, 55 passes per match. He has 1 goal and 1 assist in those 20 appearances. Now, his defense, he has a 56% tackle success rate, and compare that to Rodrigo's 61 in 5 extra games. Fabinho has 3 block shots, 23 interceptions, 13 clearances, 5 headed clearances, 116 recoveries, 93 duels won, 80% or 80 duels lost. So if you compare that to Rodrigo's, or Rodri, for you guys who call him Rodrigo's percentage, Rodrigo has 126 duels won to 106 duels lost. So they're pretty much identical in terms of percentage-wise for duels won and duels lost. But successful 50-50s, he only has 7, 31 aerial battles won, 20 aerial battles lost, and him and Rodri both have no errors leading to goals. So, guys, chill out with Fabinho. I mean, Liverpool Twitter goes crazy. It's unbelievable. Sometimes it's toxic. You just got to look at this as we're back to winning ways. All it takes is one win. All it takes is one win to get the wheels rolling again. And we're back at it during the week against Atletico. I'm a little nervous for Atletico, mainly because we don't have Alisson, but we have Anfield. There's nothing like Anfield on a Champions League night. All right? Everyone knows that. Everybody knows that. And we are going to be there, and all the fans are going to be there. All the fans are going to greet them, greet them at Anfield Road or whatever they do with the bus when the bus comes in. It's going to get in their heads. And if we can beat Barcelona 4-0 at home, we can beat Atletico 4-0 at home. It's just going to be a little nerve-wracking considering we don't have Alisson. Henderson's probably still going to be out. There's talks that he's going to be in the game, but I don't know if Klopp's going to throw him right in. But We will see what happens. Everybody, thank you for joining me again on the Sunday Summary. We're back to winning ways. Right? If you enjoyed the video, like and subscribe for more videos. Leave a comment on your thoughts about Fabinho, about Bournemouth. What do you think of the game? What do you think of James Milner being the best player in the history of Liverpool Football Club? Nerve-wracking stuff coming up during the week, but I think we got it. Thanks for tuning in. Take care.